That's me. That's my voice. Helpless, You Took My Love, The Flirts. 1984, big hit. I did the song just before I moved to London. I've got my first publishing deal with Warner Music. And I'm moving to London. So I get to London, I'm writing songs. My publisher loves what I'm doing. He calls me into the office one day and he says to me, Denise, we sent a bunch of songs from all our writers in London to all our affiliates around the world, and your song got the best response. I said, really? He said, yeah. I mean, like, they love your work. In fact, Paris thinks It's No Ordinary Day is an extraordinary song. I said, thank you. What does that mean? He said, well, I have other news for you. I'm leaving the company. I said, you're leaving the company? I just got here like 7 months ago. We've just started working and recording. And he said, I know, but I want to start a jazz label. Don't worry. You'll be fine. I've got someone else to look after you. So I talked to this other guy. He starts becoming my point person, because you have a point person when you sign with a big company. And he says to me, Denise, we have to get you a record deal. You need a record deal. I said, oh, right, okay. I happened to meet some new record company people. They started a record label. He's the son of a really wealthy French banking family. And they sold the family car business. And they gave their son like a few $1 million to run a record label. He heard my stuff, he signed me on the spot. And we're in the studio, and we're recording. And I'm really excited. We have a meeting. He calls me in. He says to me, Denise, I love the work you're doing. These new songs are fantastic. You're like a producer, you're a songwriter, you're doing everything I'm so excited for the work you're doing. In fact, we're going to sell your contract to a major label. I said, what do you mean sell my contract to a major label? The whole plan was for us to record 3 singles and to release them, because it's still kind of like the early 80s. People may remember me from that big hit duet I had. He said, no. We're going to sign you to a major label. We're going to sign you through our company, and you'll see. It's going to be much better. We'll have a lot more money. It'll be fantastic. I'm like, okay, so I'll get on board, but you know, right now we're out of contract, and there's another advance owed to me, so I can stay in the country, because I'm on an artist-writer's visa. And that's a special visa where you just do something you do uniquely to your own, that you're not taking work away from anyone else. I said, so I have to have my advance so I can stay in the country. He said, we're not going to give you any more money. I said, but how am I going to live? And he looks at me and he says, get a job. I'm like, this is my job. I'm like, seriously? I had an opportunity to get out of that contract, and I walked away. I didn't feel it was the right situation for me. But I leave London after my publishing deal falls apart. He leaves. I walk away from the small record label, and I take this with me.
Stand up tall, proclaim love everlasting, and we could lose it all, and still we'd end up laughing. Sometimes only one thing matters, finding that someone, and then hold on. Yes, my first day they breathe. Life may slow us down, confused. when my soul cries out for something to hold on to. And can I stand by you, not beneath you, but beside you? I'll be there beside you, keeping it steady. Yes, my heart's steady in your hands. Could it be your love is all I need? Take heed, help us newborn babies cry the first day they breathe.
So I leave London, I'm back in New York City, and I got another publishing deal. This time with Warner Chappell. Warner Brothers merges with Chappell Music, and it's Warner Chappell, and I'm going to LA. So I'm very excited. My publisher signs me and says, don't worry, it won't happen what happened with Johnny. You're not going to be left alone. I'm going to stay through and make sure you get to the top where you belong. I love your songwriting. I said, fantastic. Thank you, thank you. So we're recording, and I'm writing and recording and writing, and then one day he calls me up. He says, Denise, we have to talk. I said, fantastic. He said, it's been like 7 months now you're here. I think you're doing amazing work, but I'm leaving the company. I'm like, what? You're leaving the company? How can this be happening to me twice, all within the first year? And I have to go relocate and everything. But why? He said, I didn't get a promotion I was hoping to get. I'm sorry. So I sort of deal with it. I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, LA isn't such a terrible place to live. It's beautiful, it's sunny, palm trees, certainly not as dark as London. So I decide to stay. And besides, I start a band. I'm playing in clubs. I meet a woman, Lily. We move in together. We get a dog, a beautiful Sheltie Caesar. Things are fantastic. But I'm still in the closet.
When I was young, I thought I could do anything. Growing up, I tried hard to hold on to my innocence. Dazed and confused by the hurtful words I heard. Can't people see the miracle in our differences? We must stand tall. We will not go away. They will embrace us, for we are equal. We are equal. When you were young, did people push you around? Did you grow up thinking you had to defend yourself with a white picket fence? Did you sit at your window gazing at the world, wondering if you'd ever fit in? We must stand tall. We will not go away. They will embrace us, for we are equal. We are equal. There comes a time in every life when what people say no longer matters. Look at what history teaches us. A change is gonna come. A change is
1996. I get a phone call from my cousin in New Jersey. Her brother, my cousin Carrie, has AIDS. Now I remember Carrie. We were both living in New York. He got a lead role on Broadway in Chorus Line when he was 18 years old. He never had a vocal lesson, he never had a dance lesson, and here he is on Broadway. And we were standing on the subway platform, and he's showing me all these somersaults. And I'm like, what? I was in awe of him. And now he has AIDS. And his wife, whom he met on Sophisticated Ladies Tour, has a brain tumor, and the two diseases have nothing to do with each other. He had had a relationship with a guy on the road in Vegas, and that's how he got the AIDS. And I'm watching these two beautiful, healthy, wonderful 29-year-olds as their health deteriorates. And I'm devastated. She dies before him, he dies a year later. And I never, ever once heard them complain during the entire time of them struggling and fighting these horrible diseases. And whenever I start to feel sorry for myself, or I start to get a little bit down, I think about Carrie and Lynn, and it gives me strength. And I wrote this song for them.
You may think that I don't notice all the little things that you do. Don't be fooled by my forgetfulness. I have no right neglecting you. Are the one constant voice in my life. In a matter of moments, everything can change. It's the one thing that will stay the same. Can you possibly imagine how hard loving used to be? You have made it all so very simple. Now someone depends on everything can and will change. Never, 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 never doubt my loving you. It's the one thing that will stay. It's the one thing that will stay. It's the one thing that will stay the same.
Carrie and Lynn's passing has a profound change in my life. And I go home to New Jersey to visit my parents. They're now in Pennsylvania. And it's cocktail hour. And my parents are in the kitchen, and I'm in the dining area. And my mom says to me, Denise, so your roommate, she moved out. What happened? And I stand there, and I just blurt out, Mom, Dad, she wasn't my roommate, she was my partner, and we broke up. And I just stand there and think to myself, oh my God, I just came out to my parents. I swore I would never tell them. I've been living with this guilt and this shame for so many years. It was 17 years since I kissed a girl and I really liked it. And now I just blurted it out. And this is what my parents say to me. This is what happens. I'm standing there in silence. My mom says, see, Billy, I told you, I knew something was up. She never had a roommate before. That was the response. All those years, worrying, hiding. That was what they said. My dad says, Denise, you've picked being a musician, an artist. Isn't that hard enough? Now you have this lifestyle? Can't you make your life a little easier? I said, Dad, I know, I've tried. He said, you know, what about Steve? He wanted to marry you so many years. Why didn't you marry him? I go, Dad, I know, I tried. It wasn't me. Trust me. I've been dealing with this for a long time. My mom said, what about children? You're so wonderful with children. I said, you know, Mom, I never had that feeling like you had, like my friends have had. It was not something that was inside me. So my dad says, so the breakup, how are you doing? I said, I'm okay, you know, I'll get over it. I'm a big girl.
There's talk in the streets. They say there isn't much time left. Well, something happened to me today. That I'm never gonna forget. Like a crane in the sky, it dangles us high between heaven and earth. Then when things